Filing for your Florida homestead exemption is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself as a homeowner because it can save you a bunch, even thousands. If you're a new resident here in Florida, you've probably heard more than a few references to the Florida homestead exemption, and you're probably wondering exactly how it applies to you, but more importantly, the fact that it saves you money. My name's Michelle, your Florida Realtor, and this is Moving to Florida Secrets. It works like this. It is protection against losing your home to most, but not all creditors. So you get property tax breaks and you get physical and financial protection. Florida is considered a debtor's haven for its constitutionally guaranteed homestead protection. With no property value limitation, the Florida Constitution allows assets of unlimited value to be converted into homestead property, shielded from forced sale, which is one reason why so many people retire here. As for tax breaks, when someone owns property and makes it his or her permanent residence or the permanent residence of his or her dependent, the property owner may be eligible to receive a homestead exemption up to $50,000. The first $25,000 applies to all property taxes, including school district taxes. The additional exemption up to $25,000 applies to the assessed value between $50,000 and $75,000 and only to non-school taxes. If you're super analytical like my husband and need an example, please email me and I would be more than happy to break it down with boring examples and infographic. But simply put, it means for most properties, you're going to get a $50,000 tax break if you have a homestead exemption, which is pretty awesome. Here's a little lagniappe that's part of the homestead exemption. If you haven't tried a pub sub, you should definitely go get one. I'm just joking. The little lagniappe is, it's very important. It saves even more money, especially over time, and it's our Save Our Homes assessment benefit. In January 1st of 1995, Florida amended its constitution so that after the first year a home receives a homestead exemption and the property appraiser assesses it at its just value, then the tax assessment for each following year can't increase more than 3% or the percentage change in the consumer price index, whichever is less. And the idea was that this would prevent people from being taxed out of their homes whenever home values increase dramatically, like they have been over the last couple of years. So even if a home value doubles or triples, your homesteaded property tax can't go up by more than 3%. I don't want to bust my calculator out, but even I can see what a huge savings that can be on your taxes. If a change in ownership occurs for a homesteaded property protected by the Save Our Homes cap, the property will lose the Save Our Homes benefit and it will be subject to reassessment at the just value on the following January 1st. Florida Save Our Homes provision also allows you to transfer all or a significant portion of your tax benefit up to $500,000 from a Florida home with a homestead exemption to a new home within the state of Florida that qualifies for a homestead exemption, and this is referred to as portability. So how does portability work? If your new residence has a higher market value than your former residence, the portability amount is determined by subtracting the assessed value on the former home from its market value. For example, if the market value of your previous home is $250,000, but the assessed value is $150,000 because of the Save Our Homes benefit, then the assessed value of your home will be reduced by $100,000 and the 3% Save Our Homes cap will continue on that portion of your new home's assessed value. If the new residence has a lower market value, you can transfer a percentage of the difference from your previous property to your new home. To qualify for portability, you must establish your new residence on or before January 1st on the third year after leaving or selling your prior residence. Some other tax benefits. Veterans who are Florida residents and were honorably discharged with a service-related total and permanent disability may be eligible for a total exemption from ad valorem taxes on the property that they own and they use as their homestead. A similar exemption is available to disabled veterans confined to wheelchairs. And under certain circumstances, the veteran's surviving spouse may be entitled to carry over the exemption. An ex-service member who is honorably discharged is a resident of Florida and who is disabled to a degree of 10% or more because of misfortune while serving during wartime may be entitled to a $5,000 reduction in his or her property's assessed value. This exemption is not limited to homesteaded property. There are also tax benefits to surviving spouses of first responders and people over the age of 65. There are other available tax benefits, and you can find all of these at the Florida Department of Revenue's website. There is a deadline to file. You must have owned and occupied your property prior to January 1st, and then you have until March 1st of the following year to file for your homestead exemption. So if you purchased your home in 2023, you have until March 1st of 2024 to file for homestead. But don't forget that you need to have changed your driver's license to your homesteaded property address before December 31st of the year you purchased your home. Thanks for sticking with me through this tax talk. I know no one is crazy about paying taxes, and talking about taxes is a little bit boring. It's just one of those things that we all have to live with. But here in Florida, having a homestead exemption could make those property taxes just a tad less painful to swallow. If you haven't already joined our private Facebook group, Moving to Florida Secrets, please click the link below. It's a group of over 153,000 private members that ask questions about moving to Florida and other things that are going on in Florida, and we answer all of those questions here on this channel. And if you like this video, then you should definitely like the video and subscribe so you never miss a video from Moving to Florida Secrets. Bye, everyone. Especially over time, it's the same. Oh no, Bronco. Thanks so much for sticking through me. Sticking through me. I can't talk. Tax talk. I can't read. Stop laughing because you're making me laugh even more. Okay.